This is Gene Monterastelli, and welcome to the Tapping Q&A podcast, recorded live to tape from Williamsburg in Brooklyn. This is episode 258, originally aired February 15th, 2017. Hi everyone, I hope this finds you well wherever you are and whatever time of day you're getting a chance to listen to this. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Today we're going to be talking about those times in which progress is happening and there's still this critical voice inside of us that picks away at the effort that we're taking and even picks away at the success that we are having, which prevents us from taking action. Before we do that, I wanted to thank Dave by name. Dave is the most recent supporter of the Tapping Q&A podcast. As I've mentioned before, we are moving away from a sponsorship model and giving you an opportunity to directly support the podcast and in the process receive some really awesome free gifts, including customized tapping audios that I will create just for you, tapping scripts, as well as adding a bunch of stuff for the website. If you'd like to support the podcast, all you need to do is go to tappingqa.com/support. If you're listening to this in the website, there's a link right above the player. If you are listening to this in a mobile device, if you go into the show notes, you will find a link for that. And if you decide to do it, you too will be thanked by name in a future episode. So today's podcast was inspired by the survey that I had a bunch of you fill out as far as what you'd like to see in the podcast. And as of right now, I've had over 400 responses, which is awesome. And I'm still picking through those to plan out the next few months. But as I was looking through the list, one particular comment struck me. Someone had mentioned the fact that they were frustrated by the fact that even when they were successful tapping and then taking action, they found themselves in a position where their critical voice was still picking away the goal as if it wasn't good enough. Or when they were taking action along the way, it was questioning that action, even though they knew that was the right choice to be taken. And this happens more often than you would think. I mean, logically, you'd think, I'm getting towards my goal, that's good. I'm achieving my goal, that's good. But on a subconscious level, anytime we are changing, the subconscious mind perceives that as dangerous because we are stepping from the known to the unknown. And even if the known is uncomfortable and painful, it's manageable. It's predictable. I know the problems that are going to arise today. I know the tools I have to manage that pain, that discomfort, that whatever it is. And since it's predictable, it feels safer. When we are stepping into something new, even on the surface, if it looks great, there is a part of us that is afraid because it's unpredictable. You know, the crap I know is better than the crap I don't know. So whenever we are working towards a goal, it makes sense that a part of us might pick away at that progress and even pick away at that success. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some tapping around that sense of being able to move towards goals and do it in a way that we are comfortable and confident. And even if you are not experiencing this or thinking that you're experiencing this, I wouldn't be surprised if this is running under the surface, and doing a tapping like this is going to create space that allows you to take action for today. So if you want to do a little experiment, just look at your to-do list, see everything that needs to get done today, then tap on this at the end of the day, check in and see how much more effective you were in taking action. So to begin with, just take a nice big deep breath. Tap on the side of the hand and take another nice big deep breath. And just move from tapping point to tapping point, repeating after me. I know what I want. I know which actions I want to take. And I know the goals that I want to achieve. Intellectually, I can see very clearly how taking these actions is best for me, and achieving these goals are best for me. But there is a part of me that is concerned. there is a part of me that is worried. It is afraid of what is going to come next. Even though what I have in this moment is far from perfect, even though there is some pain in this moment, what I am experiencing right now is predictable. What I am experiencing right now is known. And because of that fact, it is manageable. It is far from perfect, but I know what's coming, and I know how to respond to that. The part of me that wants predictable is just trying to keep me safe. And it is worried that unpredictable is unsafe. In order to keep me stuck in this spot, it is undermining my actions. It is belittling my goals. It's not doing this because there's something wrong with the action. It's not doing this because there is something wrong with my goal. It is only doing this because it doesn't want me to change. And so it is using the tactic of picking on the choices I am making. It is taking on the tactic of belittling my goals. I recognize the fact that this part is trying to keep me safe. I recognize the fact that this is trying to keep me healthy. And it is working way too hard. It is choosing a tactic that is unhealthy. It is choosing a tactic that is unsafe. I give myself permission to know change is good. I give myself permission to know that I can step into the unknown and still be safe. The actions that I am taking are thoughtful. The actions I am taking are deliberate. I give myself permission to transform. Knowing if the new way isn't right for me, I can always return to the old way. I trust the transformation. I trust myself. I give myself permission to take bold action today. Knowing I can do this and still be safe. Nice deep breath. Again, this is the perfect little tap along to use right before you step in to do your to-do list, or you're working towards something that's about a bigger goal. I believe when the person asked this question, they asked it in the context of weight release and weight loss. but this is a great way to set yourself up to take good, clear action today and to do it in a way where you're doing it fully and not doing it with half measures. If you would like a printed version of the script, if you go to tappingqandapodcast.com and click on the link for episode 258, you will see below the player there is a script that you can print out. Or if you go to tappingqandapodcast.com and download the app, it's available for both iOS devices and Android devices. Every single new tap along that we are adding to the library, we're also adding the script to the app. So if you just click on the text header inside of there, you'll see all of the recent tapping scripts. And hopefully we're going to get a chance to add all of the ones into the past. If you'd like to see transcripts of not only the tap along audios, but all of our past interviews added to the website, it'd be a great opportunity for you to support the website and support the podcast. Just go to tappingqanda.com/support for all of the information. And like I said, if you do that, you can send me an email with a topic that you would like a tap along made for, and I will record a custom audio just for you. tappingqanda.com/support. Above the player, you can see the link, or in the show notes. If you have a question, if you have a comment, if you have a topic that you'd like to see us cover in the future, like I said, I'm in the process of constructing the next few months of the podcast. Please shoot me an email, Gene, Gene, at tappingqanda.com. You can also click the contact link up above on the website. Please be our ambassador. If you know someone who could use today's audio, just pass it along. Don't spam your inbox. Don't send it to every person in the world. But a single email to a friend who might find this useful would be really appreciated. You can find the podcast in iTunes, in Stitcher, in TuneIn, iHeartRadio, the Google Music Store, wherever you listen to the podcast. Please leave us a rating, leave us a review. It makes it easier for other people to find the podcast in the future. For the Tapping Q&A podcast, this is Gene Monterastelli. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. The Tapping Q&A podcast is copyright Gene Monterastelli, Tapping Q&A 2016. All views expressed by guests are those of the guests and not necessarily of Gene Monterastelli or Tapping Q&A.